Good afternoon, everyone. I know that you can probably see and hear me. Hopefully that you can. If you, this is a live broadcast, and the link that you've been sent should give you the information on how to use the meeting invite number so that you can hear and see us for this update. It's great to see you all. I miss you terribly. A hotel without the staff is just doorknobs and light switches, very boring, no energy, and we miss you all. But we are still open, and we will continue to do that. This afternoon on the update, just to let you know, we'll give you an update on the current status of the hotel, what our plans are, give you some information that might be helpful for you and your family. At the end of this information, we will open it up for chats. You have a chat option that you should be able to use to ask questions. We may not be able to answer all the questions, but we will certainly answer as many as we possibly can. It's good to at least be able to send you a message this afternoon. I want to be able to send a message of hope. We will get through this. This will pass. I've been through many no pandemics, no epidemics, but through many floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, and even crickets one time in my Oklahoma City hotel, and they all pass. This one pales to all of them. It has literally shut down the globe economics. It has stopped us, but we will prevail, and we will make it through this. I want to thank you, thank all the loyal team members that are serving every day here in the capacity to keep the hotel open. We are considered an essential business, so we will keep ourselves open. We've even had LAPD reach out to us and ask us if we can set up kind of a recharge station for their units to come by and rest for a moment, chill out, shower, and then get back online. And we've certainly opened ourselves up for that. We do have guests in-house. Most of them are Hilton Honors members. They appreciate they're stranded here. They need a place to stay, so we will continue to stay open. There are more than 50 hotels in LA today that have already closed. We are thankful that we're still able to stay open. We've been given the information that as of Sunday night, our neighbor Sheraton Hotel will be shutting down. You know, I just want to say that there's someone near you probably suffering worse than you are. And I know that doesn't necessarily make anybody that's suffering feel better. I read yesterday where Cheesecake Factory, with 294 locations, have notified their landlords that they're not going to be able to pay their rent. I've eaten there many times, one of my favorite places, actually, when I eat outside of the hotel, and always have to stand in line. To see a Cheesecake Factory shuttered, totally no activity. The chairs are empty, the lights are on, but the chairs are empty. It's who would have ever thought that would happen? Their monthly rent is about $15 million. That's a lot of money. They cannot pay it. They have no guests, no revenue, and they've notified their landlords that they're not able to pay. Thankfully, with the team of leadership we have at this hotel, your passion and your efforts every day, we have been able to manage our business to where we will sustain the storm. We're not weak, and we will be here. We're not going to go away. We'll be here inviting you back soon. As soon as we possibly can, we'll be inviting you back. Until then, you must stay safe, keep your family safe, do the things that you normally do as best you can. But just know that we're going to have you back as soon as we possibly can. I know there are many resources that have been provided for you, information, and they continue to come out. I know you're monitoring the national news just like we are, the state and the local and the governor's updates and live feeds every day. And there are many things that have been provided to help us all through this for business and individuals and workers. We'll go through a few of those so that you understand and know them. Probably within hours, the president will sign the CARE Act that has been passed by both the Senate and the House. This will immediately provide the ability for you to apply for $1,200 individually and $2,400 as a family on any person or family that's making a person under 75,000 annual income, and a family of less than 150. Also, they made provisions for $500 per child. Now's the time you wished you had 13 kids, right? But if you have children, they're also adding $500 per child to assist you through this time. This is up and above unemployment. If you've been laid off, as you know, unemployment is available to you. That was given to you in your package. Apply as soon as you can. I understand it's hard. Sometimes the site crashes. Keep calling, keep trying, don't give up. Continue to stay diligent and vigilant on that front because you are entitled to that relief, and it's there for you. It will help you. My advice is use all the resources that are available to you. Do everything. Help yourself the best you can with you and your family. I can be here to tell you that Sun Hill is prepared to step in and help when you've done all you can do, and we'll get to that in a moment. There are other options that have been offered and being managed by the federal and state assistance programs to tell you that there will be forbearance available for you for your rent, for your mortgage, car loans, credit card debts. My advice is contact your creditors early. If you're in trouble, if you can't make that April 1st payment, give them a call. You know, don't just let it happen. Communicate. They're expecting you to communicate, and I think the more that you do, the better it will go for you. Again, we will get through this, but conserve your cash and absolutely use all the resources that are made available to you that you deserve. That's what they're there for. There is a protection from eviction if anyone is in that situation where they're already have had challenges and maybe they're behind a little bit in their mortgage or their rent. The eviction has been stayed. You don't have to worry about it. You're not going to be kicked out of your house. They cannot kick you out of yours. So don't leave. Stay there. There are food banks, more than 30 in LA area, so it's easy just to go online and look at, put your zip code in, and it will give you the closest ones to you. Use them. That's what they're there for. Tax filing date has been pushed till July 15th, so if you owe money, you've got some more time. No penalties for that late filing. If you have refunds coming, of course, hopefully you've already applied and those are on the way to you. Property tax has also been deferred for anyone that's lucky enough to own property. The latest is if you can pay it, they expect you to pay it on time. I think the date is April the 10th or 11th, I believe was the date. If you cannot pay it and you can prove that it was because of your layoff that you can, there will be, the penalties will be waived. You can imagine when the tax revenue stops, when the TOT tax for tourism stops, hotels pay thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars into the city coffers every month on taxes to help run the city, pay for the police, pay for fire department, do all the things that it costs to run a city. A city is a business too. It's a big business. They rely on us and our jobs and what we can produce economically to help run our city and keep us safe and keep the services up that we need. So they too are running into situations. They're not exempt from this. The entire economy will suffer from this. The other item that's been communicated is free health care. If you become infected with the COVID-19 virus, you will not have to pay copay. You will not have to pay deductibles. Your care will be free. The government stepped in and passed that. So what can Sun Hill do? I'm here to report to you the most exciting part that I reached out to the board right away and the shareholders for letting them know that we needed help, letting them know that our team is in the situation that they're in, that we're 97% laid off of our operating staff. And they have approved for our teams, that there will be no one that will lose their health care during this crisis. Okay, absolutely no chance. So what does that mean? We pay the invoice every month anyway, and with your paycheck, we obviously deduct from your paychecks your contribution. If you're not working, there is no contribution. The company's paying that. That bill's about $46,000 a month for us. So when we pay that bill, it costs us about $46,000 to do that. So know that the board has not went to deaf ears on the situation that we're in. They've made the commitment that we will take care of your health care. Now, what does that mean? I don't want you to misinterpret. If you're working and you have a paycheck or you are taking PTO, there is a check. There will be deductions for that normal check that you have for your health care. Again, it's kind of what we're asking, do what you can do, we're going to do what you can't do. What you can't control, we're going to do, step up and do what we can do to assist. And I have the board's backing on that. So I hope that makes you feel safe, better, that your family is not going to be without health care. So if you have health care with us, you can be rest assured that it's not going to be canceled during this time at all. We're going to take care of you. If you need more information on that, please just reach out to the HR office. They'll give continued updates for you as time comes in. But essentially, if you're not working and you're not getting a paycheck for that week, there is no deduction. If you are working and you get a paycheck, there will be a deduction. But those who are not able to work and have been totally laid off, your health care is paid. The 401k, many of you are participating in that. It's a great benefit our company provides for us. You can contribute during this time even without getting a paycheck. So if you're fortunate enough to have liquidity that you don't want your contributions to stop, you can send checks in and contribute to 401k during your time. I know there are some that have loans, and there are some that might need to reach into their 401k for some assistance during this time. That's what it's there for. It's your money. It's not our money. Once you put it in, it's your money. You're invested. The contribution that we put in is on a vesting schedule. After 5 years, it's all your money. So it's there for you. I know the IRS is looking at the rules. Typically, they don't have a provision for not paying your loan payments back if you have a loan. Unless you're totally put on a leave of absence. We're not putting you on a leave of absence, we're laying you off. So therefore, right now the IRS is looking at how they can assist you and stop those payments for you, not worrying about them. But if you need loans, I think there are provisions for the hardship withdrawals if you need to reach into your asset of your 401k. So don't forget about that one. Vicente is scheduling some care package that will include hygiene kits and various supplies that we're going to send out a schedule of a distribution time and date that you can come by the hotel, drive up the front drive, and we'll have a care package for you. More to come on that. I don't have the date. I don't have the time. We're not going to make it. We want to kind of organize it to where it's not just you come anytime. We want you to be able to know what time you can come, and that we'll be available just to walk out and hand you a care package that might assist you and your family. The callbacks for business levels will recover. As soon as they start, we will call you back. We need you, and so don't worry about that. We're going to be open. We're actually, I believe, going to thrive after this is over. So don't worry about it. The callbacks will begin to happen. Vicente's also posted companies that are hiring. You know, we don't want you to go away permanently, but if you use that as an assistance during this time when you're not working for us, if you look at any of those and those opportunities are encouraging to you or interested to you, reach out. They're hiring. There are some companies that are actually doing better during this time than we are. So there is that list. If you have need for assistance, if you've done all that you can do, please do not stay silent. Please reach out to HR. We are here to listen to you. I believe that we can come up with what needs to be done to close the gap for you and what your needs. So I'm just telling you right now, it will be confidential. It'll be only between you and HR, and we'll take a case-by-case basis. And if you need assistance, if you've done all you can do, you're out of groceries, the food bank's empty, you've tried, they're not there, you've done all you can do, please do not sit there and suffer. We're here as a family. We care about you. And we will make provisions to do as best we can to close that gap. Sunhill is not about abandoning our team members, and I hope that you have seen that over the years. But your job is to let us know. Don't be silent. We can't help someone who doesn't ask. There will continue to be periodic mass communication, emails from HR, so stay tuned. There will be other live updates, just so that it gives you an opportunity to hear where we are and what we're doing. We have over 800 rooms in our inventory, or about 800 rooms in our inventory between our 4 properties. We're in single-digit occupancy. Of those 800 rooms on any daily period, we've got less than 50 rooms occupied. The projections that I've received from accounting and from Patty is that this will probably be a $20 million hit to our company. $20 million. Not your fault, nobody's fault. The good news is we're here and can recover from this. We can sustain ourselves because we have protected ourselves and put reserves back for these kind of times. So we're not going to go away. But it's going to exceed $20 million, and that's projected through June. So I hope that this information is beneficial to you. I hope that you find it meaningful. Don't forget that the Workforce ADP, you can sign on to workforcenow.adp.com, get into your account, look at your, what you have for PTO, anything that's about your paycheck and your pay stubs, any information that you need to file out your filings for unemployment or whatever, it's all there for you. If you have trouble with that, again, contact HR and they will assist you with that. You can get instant communication or instant information by signing on to the workforcenow.com. HR email is open 24 hours for questions or concern. No, Vicente's not working 24 hours a day. He has a small but mighty team. And I want to just take this moment to thank him personally, and for him and his entire team. He has worked tireless. He's an expert at taking care of our human resources, our most important asset. He has provided things that I would have never thought of. He's good at what he does. He's reaching out in all ways to try to make sure that he has things available for you to assist you. So please do not be afraid to reach out to him. Predictions for recovery. I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did. I know the president would like to have us back open by Easter. Boy, would I love that. First time in our history that our seafood buffet will be closed for Easter or for a holiday. It's going to hurt. I know those who worship. You'd love to be back in your church by Easter Sunday or Passover or whatever. I'm telling you that you may have to do that at home. But don't stop your routine of who you are and what you are. You and your family needs to stay as much in your routine, stay healthy, get out of bed in the morning, exercise. They're saying just breathe, just breathe and understand that this will pass. Don't get discouraged. We're here for you. I think that, I know the park is already announced officially next door, and that's really where we are, location. They're closing officially through the 20th of April. The 19th, they'll open up on the 20th. There is a prediction that this could last into June. Whether we'll be completely shut down that long, it's too early to tell. But if we are, we're still going to be here. Just know that. Full recovery, I believe, will take close to the rest of the year. Again, I believe also this shutdown will cause what I call pent-up demand, and there are businesses that still have a business plan to execute. And I believe that they will come out when they can and be robust about that recovery, because they're going to want cash. And nothing happens without action. Sales, I often say, nothing happens until somebody sells something. Sales is the engine that makes us work. And Chelsea has not closed her efforts, and Andy and the office is still receiving leads. They're still booking business. We will come out of this. The business community, like President Trump said, we're not meant to shut down. That's not who we are. We were not created to be idle, to sit still and do nothing. Just be healthy, because when we call you back, we need you back, because it will come back. Conserve your cash. Don't spend what you don't have to. If you're running tight on cash, know that deferring your bills are not going to make them go away, but it gives you more time, and there's not going to be penalties that typically would evolve for that process. So please do not spend your cash when you don't have to. If you're running tight on cash, my recommendation is, if you can't afford to pay your rent or your bills on time, continue to do so. Your partners that you count on, they need the cash too. They've got bills to pay. But if you don't have the cash, I recommend that you conserve it and use the options that have been provided for deferring that. But communicate to your creditors. Don't just shut down and assume that everything's going to be okay. So in summary, I miss you guys. Be strong, be diligent, act quickly on the information you're given to take care of you and your family. We are eager here to welcome you back. Be a good neighbor. I hear stories in the market where some people are rude, some people are not. Don't be one of those. If you're on social media, post positive things. Help your neighbor. The more positive that's posted, the more positive energy that's felt and distributed from you will help your neighbor. It will help those who read your post. If you're negative, there are those that will be impacted by that negative message. And unfortunately, they live off of that. So don't feed them. Feed them. Don't fan the fire of fear. Be positive in how you share this. Sunhill is here. We'll be here. We want you back as soon as we can. Before I open it up for questions, I just want to share that I am so proud to work with such great professionals. We have a very small but mighty team still in the hotel to function on the 8 to 10 to 15 rooms that we have every day. The chef is putting a la carte orders out individually to people that are here to work and that need to eat, and also to our guests. I've never worked in my whole life with people that I've enjoyed with here at this property so much. It's during these times of diversity that you really find out who people are. That's what shows who you are and what you are. The leaders that are owners will always show up. Those that are loyal will always show up. And we have so many, and I appreciate so much you. In doing that, I appreciate your patience. Those of you who are waiting home, waiting for the call, it will come. I just want to let you know it will come as soon as it possibly can. But we appreciate all of you. Each decision that we make, the EC team has had to make some heavy decisions lately, and we make them with heavy hearts. But again, if we are going to be here for you after this is all over, and as we go through this, we have to make those. And we know that we will get you the assistance that you need, and those provisions have been provided. So please understand that we're all in this together. There's nobody exempt. So many high-paid officials that are making millions of dollars a year are forfeiting their salary. I'm not in that category. I can't afford to not get paid. I have bills, just like you do. But I know Arnie Swanson and Marriott and Bill Marriott have forgiven their salary back to the company. I know that Hilton, Chris Nassetta has done the same thing. Some of those that are in that category, they're doing the right thing, and they're doing a good job running our companies. So we'll be here. They will be here. We'll get through this. So with that said, I love you all. I appreciate you. I thank you for your patience and your loyalty. We'll open it up now for questions. If you have any specific questions, I can't hear you, but if you do the chat, I will be able to see a few of those. And Vicente, if you have noted any that have been coming in during this time, please bring them over, and we'll try our best to answer them for you. I see many kind notes coming in. Thank you. Appreciate what you're doing. Glad to see the updates. Thank you for that. We need to hear some of that. Do we have any questions coming in?
Most of the questions you already answered, so they have been sent notes.
Okay.
We'll wait a few minutes to see.
I can see some of you. I can't see all of you. We have about 100 listening in on this live broadcast. I can see maybe a dozen of you, your faces. I miss you. This place is very quiet. Very, very quiet. I don't see any questions coming in specifically.
Here.
So the question, when we're invited back, will it be based on seniority? And the answer to that question is yes. We have to be responsible. It will be by seniority in class. So for example, if we open the restaurant back up, all the servers with seniority will be brought back on with seniority. If we bring the valet parking team back, the valet parking team will be brought back in order of seniority. Bartenders, front desk staff, that's the only responsible thing to do. I know that the city council is meeting even yet today with that mandate in mind, assuming some companies will not do that and not do the right thing. We're going to do the right thing. That's what you deserve, and we're going to do that. So if you have seniority in your position, you can know that you'll be the first called back. Any other questions?
Those are kind notes.
Okay. Well, thank you for your kind comments. Many, many kind comments are coming in. I appreciate so much those. We need encouragement as well. Those of us that are working long hours and mostly every day. It doesn't stop. We're